all the devotees on the call to please go ahead with your introductions now.
Hare Krishna, Lakshmi Mataji, please accept my humble obeisances, our prayers to Srila Prabhupada and Sri Guru and Sri Gauranga, and to all the assembled devotees. This is Megha from Naperville. Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna, Lakshmi Mataji, Dandavat Pranam, Srila Prabhupada ki Jai, Guru Maharaj ki Jai, Preeti Dasi from Charlotte. Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna, Megha Mataji and Preeti Mataji, Dandavat Pranam. All glories to Srila Prabhupada. Thank you so much for joining us today, Matajis. Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna Mataji, Dandavat Pranam. Please accept my humble obeisances. All glories to Srila Prabhupada and Sri Guru and Gauranga and all the assembled devotees. Yashamati from Chicago.
Hare Krishna, Yashamati Mataji, Dandavat Pranam. All glories to Srila Prabhupada. Thank you so much for joining us today, Mataji. Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna, Lakshmi Mataji, please accept my humble obeisances. All glories to Srila Prabhupada and all the assembled devotees. This is Indulekha Karna Devi Dasi from Lincoln.
Hare Krishna, Indulekha Mataji, Dandavat Pranam. All glories to Srila Prabhupada. Thank you so much for joining us today, Mataji. Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna Mataji, Dandavat Pranam to you and all Vaishnava, Lakshmi Mataji, Srila Prabhupada, Srila Gurudev ki Jai, Vrinda.
Hare Krishna, Vrinda Mataji, Dandavat Pranam. All glories to Srila Prabhupada. Thank you so much for joining us today, Mataji. Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna, Lakshmi Mataji, please accept my humble obeisances. All glories to Srila Prabhupada. All glories to the assembled devotees. This is Anita Ramya from Sharjah, UAE. Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna, Anita Mataji, Dandavat Pranam. All glories to Srila Prabhupada. Thank you so much for joining us today, Mataji. Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna, Lakshmi Mataji, Dandavat Pranam. All glories to Srila Prabhupada. This is Vinita Gandharvika Devidasi from Texas.
Hare Krishna, Vinita Gandharvika Mataji, Dandavat Pranam. All glories to Srila Prabhupada. Thank you so much for joining us today, Mataji. Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna, Lakshmi Mataji, Dandavat Pranam, Srila Prabhupada ki Jai, Guru Maharaj ki Jai. This is Shama Gauri Devdasi from Charlotte. Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna, Shama Gauri Mataji, Dandavat Pranam. All glories to Srila Prabhupada. Thank you so much for joining us today, Mataji. Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna Mataji, Dandavat Pranam. I offer my obeisances to all the assembled devotees. All glories to Srila Prabhupada. This is Arun from West Bengal.
Hare Krishna, Ayan, Dandavat Pranam. All glories to Srila Prabhupada. Thank you so much for joining us today. Hare Krishna.
Thank you, Mataji. Hare Krishna.
Do we have any more introductions before we start the class?
Hare Krishna, Lakshmi Mataji, all glories to Srila Prabhupada and Guru Maharaj. My humble obeisances to you and all the devotees. This is Krishna Kumari Devi Dasi from Vraja.
Hare Krishna, Krishna Kumari Mataji, Dandavat Pranam. All glories to Srila Prabhupada. Thank you so much for joining us today, Mataji. Hare Krishna. Hare Krishna. Welcome to Bhakti Sangha conference call. We're extremely fortunate to have Her Grace Padma Sakhi Mataji here with us today. And Mataji would be enlightening us by discussing Vraja Mandal Parikrama. It's day 7 today. But before we dive into this nectarine class, I will request Raj Prabhuji to share a brief introduction about Her Grace Padma Sakhi Mataji. Hare Krishna, Raj Prabhuji, Dandavat Pranam, all glories to Srila Prabhupada. Over to you, Prabhuji.
Hare Krishna Mataji, Dandavat Pranam to you and all the assembled devotees. All glories to Srila Prabhupada, Sri Guru and Gauranga. This is a very brief introduction for our very important member of Bhakti Sangha, Her Grace Padma Sakhi Mataji. Mataji came into Krishna consciousness in 2010 through her husband, His Grace Nayanabhiram Prabhuji. She was initiated by His Holiness Radhanath Swami Maharaj in 2013. Her husband has been preaching in University of Cincinnati for the past many years, and Mataji assists him in his preaching. She also conducts children classes at Tampa, Florida. Mataji is very fondly known for her craft classes, the rhythms that she has composed herself, and her sweet, melodious voice. She is a regular teacher in the Bhakti Sangha Jappa group for the Govinda Kids class. She also volunteers for the Damodar sessions. Her summer craft class was fun for all kids, and her Parikrama class for the adults during the month of Kartik is a great hit and loved by devotees. We are very grateful to have her as part of Bhakti Sangha. And I also would like to add, Mataji is so humble. She's always waiting behind the scenes many times in Srimad Bhagavatam classes, and nobody knows. And if the class goes on, she just winds up. And this is amazing. This is not easy for anybody to do. Just wait. And I would love to say this line for Mataji. I heard somewhere, and it just fits for Mataji. Chaturai chopat kare, gyani gote khaye, bhole bhale bhakt ko hari sulabh mil jaye. So in English, I don't know. I don't know if the English will fit in, but it says Chaturai chopat kare. Many times we try to be smart, but Krishna in Bhagavad Gita says Dyutam chaletam asmi. I am the gambling of the cheats. And gyani gote khaye. Many times we see in this word people try to speculate on Krishna, but bhole bhale bhakt ko hari sulabh mil jaye. But when we just chant and just leave everything to Krishna, that is the time when we will get Krishna. And that is our Padma Sakhi Mataji. So over to you, Lakshmi Mataji. Hare Krishna.
Thank you so much, Raj Prabhuji, for the introduction, and very well said about Padma Sakhi Mataji. She is such an important member and such a sweet person. Very, very fortunate to have you here. So Hare Krishna, Padma Sakhi Mataji, Dandvat Pranam, all glories to Srila Prabhupada. Thank you very much for your valuable time and association this morning and enlightening us on the topic of Vraja Mandal. But without further ado, I know everybody wants to hear you more than me. So without further ado, I would like to request you to please take over from here. Hare Krishna.
Thank you, Lakshmi Mataji. I didn't know there was introduction. It's so embarrassing. Thank you, Raj Prabhu, for your kind words. But really, it was so embarrassing. I was typing on the side to Vinita Gandharika Mataji, who gave my introduction. Thank you also. So, as we all know, we are doing Vraja Mandal Parikrama. Today will be a continuation from day 6. And the most favorite of all of ours is the Govardhan Parikrama. So many interesting pastimes. Basically, it's all pastimes everywhere. We will see very new pastimes that we have not seen past 2 years. And before that, small prayer. Sorry. Om Ajnanatimirandasya Gnananjanashalakaya Chakshuram Militam Tasmai Sri Gurave Namaha. Nama Om Vishnupadaya Krishna Prestaya Bhutale Srimate Radhanatha Swami Niti Namine. Nama Om Vishnupadaya Krishna Prestaya Bhutale Srimate Bhaktivedanta Swami Niti Namine. Namaste Saraswate Deve Gauravani Pracharine Nirvisesha Sunyavadi Paschatya Desha Tarine. Jai Sri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda Shri Advaita Gadadara Srivasadi Gaura Bhaktavinda. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. So, share the screen. Day 6. So yesterday we were seeing day 6 and we stopped in middle. We'll continue from there. So before that, as we always do, we will take blessings of Shri Radha Shyam Sundar, Shri Krishna Balaram, Shri Kaur Nitai, Vrinda Devi, Srila Prabhupada, and all the Guru Parampara, so that they will assist in our parikrama. Actually, we might be thinking about parikrama, like all of us want to go there and participate, but like sitting here, seeing every place, I'm sure like those who go to Vrindavan also might not go to all the corners and all the places. So we are sitting here, seeing all those places, and then we are meditating on them. It's equal to doing a parikrama. So we all will do this day 6 parikrama together. So this is the route map. We started at Shantanu Bihari temple. So we went to, we stopped at Shantanu Bihari. Then from there we went to Ganeshara. On the way we saw Kechri Gram, then Mayur one, then Bahula one. We saw Hu Hu Ha Ha Dim Gandharvas, and then from Bahula Bihari temple. And then from there we saw Basanti, where Radharani and Krishna both were Basanti, Basati, like two, you can call it 2-3 names. So, and then Shatikara, and we have seen the very important temple, Garuda Govinda temple, and where Vishnu showed his 12 arms. Actually, all these places in pictures, I don't know if you're able to realize, but like especially Garuda, Krishna Balaram temple is okay. It's on little bit like on the road, main road, I would say. But all this Shatikara and all, it's like if you want to see a pure form of village, like it's all like that. There's all exactly that mud roads, and everywhere there is mud, that real feel. Because these days, I was in India this summer, just few months back, and I felt like seeing a village. I used to go when I was very little. So I asked my mom, can we go? She took. I was so surprised. It doesn't look like a village anymore. Everybody have big houses, AC, internet, phone, everything. But when we see Vrindavan, it is like the exact true Shatikara. I couldn't go this summer, but I'm saying like very nice place. And so we stopped here. Now we will go to Radharani's grandmothers, maternal grandmothers. I'm seeing something in the chat. Okay. So maternal grandmother's village, that is called Mukhara village. And when you go, the main temple that you see is this. This is our little Radharani. And we'll see Kirtida Devi, Radharani, and her grandmother, Mukhara. So just like we all will visit our grandmother's place in summer holidays, our childhood memories. So we will go to our grandparents' house, right? Radharani would visit these places. And now we are going to Govardhan. Actually, we should go to Radhakund, but without entering Govardhan, how will we go to Radhakund? So by the time we go to Radhakund, we will cover all the places in Govardhan. So this place is very, very close to Radhakund, just about 1 kilometer. And here, so this is that Kund, Mukhara Kund. In that village, recently it's renovated. Even Sankarshan Kund, few kunds are recently renovated because over centuries they're all lost, not taken care, very dirty. So this is that Mukhara village. And Karnika flowers, you can see all varieties of Karnika, white color, yellow color, orange color, pink color, all Karnika flowers you will see in this village. And Radha Krishna deities are there. They're called Radha Banke Bihari. And here, like when a little girl, when little kids, anybody, our kids, any kids, if they're crying, or how will we pacify them? By giving them some toy, like making some noise. We'll give them some toy so that they calm down. So Radharani's grandmother would give her this Bhajana Shila. The one here, you're seeing this stone. So she would give this for Radharani to play. And if you take that Shila, and like every corner, like if you do here, a different sound is coming. If you bang it here, a different sound is coming. If you bang it here, a different sound is coming. So different sounds are coming so she used to play basically with this. This was her toy, this Bhajana Shila. It makes different sweet sounds. And here also, the Girija Shila is there. And when you bang this big Shila with this small one, nice sound will come. So here there are very small pastimes. So when Radharani was born, Mukhara, her grandmother, she's also a devotee, obviously. So she always wants Radha and Krishna to meet together. She wanted them to come together. So what happened? When Radharani was born, she was very happy because she had a granddaughter. And what she did, she took a cartwheel and she lit 108 lamps on the cartwheel, 108 lamps, and she kept it on her head. And she walked like whole village. in happiness. So even that tradition is followed till now. It's called Sharkula festival after Holi. The next day after Holi, now who are staying, the Vrajavasis, they take a cartwheel and lit lamps celebrating that festival of Radharani's birth, how her grandmother Mukara was feeling very happy. So she did that. And these are all small stories which are shared by the local villagers. When you go, that they share. You Mataji, in which book it is there, I don't know in which book it is there, but this just comes from the local villagers. And then Radharani, one time she comes to her grandmother's house. So grandmother would send her, go to Surya Kund and do, worship Surya there. Go to Surya Kund and do puja. So and Radharani's grandmother gave her some bangle. And she wore that bangle. She was going, and Krishna actually comes. But Radharani didn't realize that Krishna is there. He will hide in the bushes and he'll be watching her. And she lost her bangle. Krishna sees that and he keeps it in the pocket. And that she finished her puja, she goes back home, and then her grandmother Mukara, she will see, and she'll ask, where is your bangle? And she's like, just go on the same path that you came. You will find it. Then as she was walking, she was searching, and then Krishna was following her. She was very sad that she couldn't find the bangle. And then Krishna comes and asks, why are you sad? Radharani says, because I lost my bangle. Then Krishna opens it from his pocket, and he'll show, is this your bangle? She says, yes, this is my bangle. And then she's happy. She goes back to her grandmom and she will show. And the other time what happens, as I said, Krishna, like Mukara, she is the grandmother and she always wants Krishna and Radharani to meet each other. So one time Nanda Maharaj arranges a feast in Nandagaon. So all the villagers will take milk, yogurt, butter, and they pass by through this village, and Radharani's grandmother will ask, what's the matter? Then they will tell, and she will say, Radharani, you also take some milk, butter, yogurt, go. And Radharani is resistant. No, I don't want to go. But she will actually send Radharani forcefully so that she can meet Krishna at Nandagaon. And one time Radharani was a little baby, and then she was here and she was feeling very hungry. As soon as she woke up, she feels very hungry, and like any other little kid, she'll go to Kirtida, her mother, and then Kirtida Mataji will, Kirtida Kumari, she will say that Radharani, you have to brush your teeth, gargle your mouth before you eat. And then she makes sure Radharani does that, and she'll give her milk and laddus to eat. Then Sridama wakes up. Sridama is Radharani's brother. And Sridama is like arguing and fighting for that laddu and trying to grab it from her hand. And her mother Kirtida, she sees, and then she comes and she gives another laddu and milk, other set of laddu and milk to Sridama. So that also happened in this village at their maternal grandmother's house. And the last one in this village that I have heard of is one time Radharani goes to, with Vishaka and Lalita, she will go and she has a meeting with Krishna. While coming back, she will bring his chadar kind. Like she wore a blue color chadar, and she will come with a yellow chadar. So Mukhara will ask, you wore a blue one and you're coming with a yellow one. What happened to your blue dress? And then Lalita Sakhi will say, no, actually the sun is very bright and it's so red that it is reflecting on Radharani's dupatta, and it is showing like yellow color, but actually it is still blue. And meanwhile, Vishaka, quickly from behind, she will come and change the dress into change the dupatta into yellow color dupatta. And then Mukara will say, maybe my eyes, she's wearing yellow color only. So these sweet pastimes took place in this village. This is the entrance. When you're going to Mukara village, this is the path that you take. It's very beautiful. And then Surya Kund. So in Surya Kund, just now we discussed, they're very close by Mukara village, Surya Kund. Surya Bhagavan wanted to participate in the pastimes of Krishna, Radha and Krishna. So he will do tapasya at the bank of Yamuna. And then the Lord appears, and the Surya Kund is formed. This is the place where Surya Bhagavan did his tapasya, and his desire of participating in the Lord's pastimes fulfilled at where Dwadas Aditya Tila. If you remember, after Kalyagat and the Madan Mohan Kotyard, we have seen Dwadas Aditya Tila, where 12 sons will come to make Krishna feel warm after humbling Kalya. At Kalyagat, he will come there. In fact, Radharani is the one who requests the sun god, because she's a worshipper of sun god. She will only say, please do something to keep Krishna warm. So 12 Adityas are there, and that Dwadas Aditya Tila is even there till now. So, and Radharani would go there and do Surya Puja. In Little Krishna also, we have seen that beautiful pastime where Krishna and Madhumangal goes as the Brahmanas and tease, play pranks and for the laddus. And here there is Surya Narayana Mandir. And the special thing here is, here actually there is one samadhi of Madhusudan Das Babaji. We have to hear his story. Very, very beautiful story. So this Madhusudan Das Babaji, everybody, if you go to Das Surya Kund, they will tell the story, they'll show the samadhi. So he's from Bengal. I think he's from Bengal. And from childhood, somehow is very, very attracted to Krishna, his pastimes. And he slowly started becoming a renunciant. And his parents understood that he's becoming a renunciant. And what will they do? They will want him to get married. Knowing their plan, he will leave the house and he will straight come to Vrindavan. And when he came to Vrindavan, what happens? He knows that, he has heard that there are gurus, there should be proper gurus. So he knows that, and he was also looking for a proper guru. And from nowhere, one guru comes and he will say, I will initiate you. And he will go take bath and he will get the mantra. The initiation process is over. And by the time after the mantra, he just opens his eyes. He doesn't see the guru who initiated him. So he kind of feels bad, like, no, I got the mantra now. How should I do it? How should I use it? How should I do my sadhana? I didn't get any instructions. What should I do? So what will he do? He will go to Krishnadas Babaji, who is in Govardhan, I think. Yeah, he's on Govardhan. So he will go there, and Krishnadas Babaji will say, I cannot reinitiate you because the mantra that you got is very authentic. And there is a personal relationship that should be established between Guru and you. So I cannot also pitch in that and tell what your Guru wanted you to tell. But the mantra you got is very authentic. That much I can say. So he will say, go to Jai Sri Krishna Das Babaji in Kamyavan. He might help you. So he will go to Kamyavan, and Jai Krishna Das Babaji also will say he cannot help. The same thing he will repeat. The mantra is authentic, but what your Guru wanted to say, how can I say? Then he will feel so bad. Now, what should I do? Now, what should I do? Then Jai Krishna Das Babaji at Kamyavan, he will say, go to Radha Kund. Maybe you'll get an answer. Then he'll go to Radha Kund and he will plan to leave his body. He will collect a big Giriraj Shila. He will tie like a rope. One side is Giriraj Shila and one side to his dress. And he will try to jump and leave his body. And when he jumped in Radha Kund, after some time, like he was unconscious, and when he comes back to consciousness, he will have a tal patra in his hand, and something is written in that, which is not very clear. So he will take the tal patra and he will again run to the first Babaji, Krishnadas Babaji at Govardhan. He will see and he will say, it is not clear, I cannot understand what is written here. Go to the Babaji in Kamyavan, Krishnadas Babaji. Jai Krishnadas Babaji. So he will go there. And the Babaji also will say the same, that I am not able to see clearly. And he will come and he'll just cry for, and Jai Krishnadas Babaji will say, you cry to Radharani, she will only help you. And he was crying and ardently praying that Radharani could not stop without revealing herself. So she will come, she will talk to him, she will say, go to Surya Kund. After saying that, she will leave. So he will go to Surya Kund, and that night Radharani will come in the dream and she will say, I used to have a big Giriraj Shila, and I used to keep all my jewelry on Giriraj Shila, and because of my jewelry, the Shila also felt ecstatic and melt a little bit. So it is in the Kund. Can you please get it out in Surya Kund? So next day morning he will go into the Surya Kund. He will get the Shila that you are seeing here. This is that big Giriraj Shila that he found, Madhusudan Das Babaji found. And this is the original impression of Radharani's crown. Radharani's crown impression is there on the Shila. You can see even now. So now he became very old. One time what happens, he wanted, in Barsana, there is a very beautiful holy celebration. We discuss every time during our Barsana Parikrama. So he wanted to go to Barsana Parikrama, but because of old age, he couldn't go. And he fell down and he felt unconscious. By the time he woke up, he has all the holy colors on him. So Radharani played holy with him actually. He didn't go there, but she came and played with him. And then one time he got wound on his leg and it was paining. So he was thinking, when it pains, obviously we cannot focus on many things. So it's paining and he's thinking, I became too bodily consciousness that I'm not thinking about my bhakti and bhajana. I'm thinking about this wound. So he will go to another place and he will start not eating anything. And one little girl, she will come saying, Baba, from 2-3 days, you're not doing madhukari. And she, like that girl, actually, he knows, he has seen her while doing madhukari. So she'll say, Baba, you're not doing madhukari. Please eat this food. I have to wait for vessels. My mom sent all these things to you. I have to take the vessels back. So you please eat. I'll wait till you eat. And then because he was also hungry past 2-3 days, he will eat. And she will say, Baba, you got wound. By eating only, you should heal all these things. So you eat. And then he will eat. He will eat. He'll give back the vessels. And next day when he comes down, like he stopped, like he'll come to this area and he will go knock the door of that mother. And he will ask, where is your daughter? Did she come from her mother-in-law's house for any vacation? And the mother says, no, my daughter didn't come. It's been 2 months that she came. Then he will understand. So that little girl who said, my mother sent the food, and the mother is saying the daughter didn't come past 2 months. So he understood it was none other than Radharani. So that everybody used to call him Babaji, and he also left his body here at Surya Kund. And there is a small Gaurnitai temple near Surya Kund. There only we'll find the Babaji's, this Madhusudan Babaji's Samadhi as well. And on his Tirobhav Tidi, many sages across Babajis from Vrindavan, they all come to this place. They celebrate, like nice prasadam is given for lunch, and they all circumambulate around Surya Kund for a couple of times. And it's like a big celebration on his Tirobhav Tidi that is found at Surya Kund. So this is Surya Narayana. This is the temple. Surya Kund, Gaurnitai. Close to this only we find that Babaji Samadhi. So those little girls, they don't go to school. They're just at home. This is how the area near Surya Kund looks like. Yes, so now we will be going from Ganeshara, Bahulavan, Basanti, and then we'll go to Radhakund, basically Govardhan. So we'll go to our next slides. Okay, so we are doing our Govardhan Parikrama now. We are entering Govardhan. And before going to Govardhan, I would like to recite this Nectar of Instruction, verse number 9. All of you also can please recite, where Rupa Goswami is saying the glories of Govardhan and Radhakund. Vaikunta janito varamadhupuri tatrapi rasotsavad vrindaranyamudara paniramana yatrapi govardhana radha kundamihapi gokulapate premamrita plavanat kuryadasya virajato giritate sevam vivekinakha. So he's talking about how the position of Govardhan and Radhakund are the topmost. Rupa Goswami says this Nectar of Instruction, verse number 9. And also the gopis, they're saying this shloka, very one of my favorite shloka in Bhagavatam. Hantaya madhirabala haridasa varyo yadrama Krishna charana sparasha pramoda manam tanoti sahago ganayostayoryat pani surya vasakandara kandamulai. So they are talking about how Govardhan is so special, because Krishna and Balaram's foot are always touching Govardhan. They spent maximum of their time on Govardhan. So they're saying the Govardhan hill is the best, oh my friends. It supplies Krishna and Balaram with every, like cows, cowherd boys, cowherd friends, with water, grass, caves to play, fruits, vegetables, everything. In fact, I don't remember shloka name, but Kunti Maharani also in her prayers mentions about the importance of Krishna's feet. Now she'll say like, your feet was there, now you're leaving. She mentions that, I don't remember the verse, but she also talks about his lotus feet. So gopis are also saying like Govardhan is very special, very special. When gopis are saying, that means it's really special. And this is Dandavat. I cannot even imagine how they do this Dandavat Parikrama. And last time when I went in hot summer, I was going where? Hot summer, one little adult, not very old also. He's doing 108, like at one place 108, and then go next place 108 Dandavats, and next place 108 Dandavat. I asked like how long you will take if you're doing like this, because it's very long. It's not like 111. It's taking 108 and then again 108. I don't know when he will finish in that hot summer he was doing. So what they do, if those who don't know, like they do, then they'll carry stones with them. They'll take one stone, they'll do full Dandavat, leave the stone, and from there again they'll do Dandavat and leave the stone. So that's how they will do the whole Parikrama. So we'll see devotees doing Govardhan Parikrama, Vrindavan Parikrama, especially in this month of Kartik. And the other, one of the name of Govardhan is Satashringa. That means it has 100 peaks. And Govardhan is compared to a Tilak of Vrindavan. So Tilak is the most beautiful part of a Vaishnavi or Vaishnava, right? When we look at them in the face, Tilak adds a lot of beauty. So Govardhan is compared to Tilak, Radhakund, Shyamkund or the eyes, and Punchri is the tail. And we will actually, Govardhan shape is like a peacock. That's what Krishnadas Kaviraj Goswami says in Govinda Lilamrita. So how did Govardhan come how did it come in spiritual world as well as in our Bhumandala? So the spiritual world, one time Radharani asked, she has a desire, and she asked Krishna, I want some private place, something, I just want some separate and private place for us. So then Krishna immediately fulfills. From his heart comes a blue effulgence, and it falls on the ground, and it keeps growing and growing and growing and growing, and Govardhan appears. And when Krishna is coming to the earth planet, Radharani also wanted to come, and she wanted Yamuna and Govardhan as well. So we know that Govardhan came. And where did Govardhan come? Govardhan came as a son of Dronachal in Salmali Dweep. From Salmali Dweep, how did it come here? If we all know that Pulatsya Rishi, what happened? He was a sage from Kasi, Varanasi, and he was looking for a proper place for him to do the meditation. So he was like, where should I do my austerity? He was looking everywhere, going around from Kasi. And when he saw Dronachal, he just liked it. Like, it was like very beautiful, so lustrous. Like he just fell in love with this mountain, and he wanted to take. But he said, like, Govardhan said, I cannot come without asking my father. Like, I have to take permission of Dronachal. And Dronachal gave permission for Pulatsya Muni to carry. And he became so light that Pulatsya Muni can carry, but he kept a condition. You should not keep me down. If you keep me down, I'm not going to come with you. So Pulatsya Muni was carrying, but it was the sweet will of Krishna that as soon as he comes to Vrindavan, Krishna wanted to, like Govardhan wanted to stay there back. So Pulatsya Muni gets an urgency to attend nature's call. So just for a few seconds, he will just keep it like that. He'll go attend the nature call and then come back. And then Govardhan says, like, do you remember our condition? I cannot come with you now. And then Pulatsya Muni gets so frustrated because after doing all this, carrying him all this way, and he's saying, now I will not come. So he gets frustrated and he will curse that every single day you will be reducing, your size will be reducing as much as the size of a mustard seed. So now it's only 80 feet. Govardhan is not very, very tall like the time of Krishna or even the time of Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. It's very small compared to them. So that's how Govardhan came here. And when Lord Ram was building Ram Setu, there was a small gap to be filled. So the Hanuman was looking for a big, huge rock to be filling that place. And then as he was searching, he will see Govardhan. And he will try to pull Govardhan from all possible directions, but Govardhan was not moving. If he goes this side, the Govardhan was going this side. And if Hanuman comes this side, Govardhan was coming this side. Then Hanuman understands he's none other than an ordinary. He's like somebody special. And meanwhile, from Akashvani, Hanuman gets a voice saying that Ram built the bridge. And Govardhan was feeling very bad that he couldn't assist in the Lord's service. And then Lord Ram says, I can give darshan to that Govardhan now, but if he waits for one lifetime, in the next yuga, I will spend my most of the time with him. What does he want? So Govardhan says, I will wait. And Govardhan waited, and along with Govardhan, Hanuman also, because Govardhan was feeling very bad, Hanuman also waited as Puchika Lota Baba. If you will see Lota Baba's temple, so he's Hanuman. So he's waiting. Hanuman is also there on Govardhan waiting. So from there, our first place will be going is Kusum Sarovar. Somebody I think has to mute. So first place that we will go today is Kusum Sarovar. Those who all who have seen definitely know like how beautiful Kusum Sarovar is. It's also one of my favorite place. And very sweet pastime happens here. Most of us who have seen Little Krishna, that sweet pastime where Radharani, like Kusum, like a lot of flowers were here, and the gopis would come to collect flowers. And one time, like Radharani comes to collect flowers, and the branch is down, and she thinks, oh, these flowers are pretty, and she tries to pull them, pluck them, and immediately the branch goes up. Again, she'll try to pull, the branch goes up. And we'll see that pastime, like the video where Radharani is hanging on the branch because she's holding the flower and the branch goes up and she's like, help me, help me, help me. And then Krishna comes and helps. So all these pastimes happened here. But how did this Sarovar come? Krishna, one time what happens? Krishna comes, disguises himself like Vanamali. He comes as like a big or adult man, like who is taking care of this forest. Like he comes, as if he owns this forest, and he just comes as a gardener. And when Radharani with the gopis come, they pluck flowers, and then Krishna says like, how come you're plucking flowers without my permission? I am the gardener here. You have to take permission from me. And then they will understand that it was Krishna because they'll see flute. And then Radharani will say, oh, it's your forest. Have you ever watered the at least even single flower? Did you even sow one single seed here? Why are you saying it is your forest? And there'll be a big argument there. And finally, in that argument, what happens? Like Radharani collects all the flowers here, and the girls are carrying like this. So in the argument, all the flowers fell down. And she feels sad that the flowers fell down. So Krishna will say he will go and wash them in Mansi Ganga and come. But they say, no, right now I want my flowers to be cleaned. So Krishna takes his flute and he will dig a well. And from that water, he clean all Radharani's flowers. And he will also decorate Radharani's hair. We have seen in Shringarvat also, Krishna has one of that quality, like he decorates very nicely. So he will decorate Radharani. He braids Radharani's hair. In Kusum Sarovar, there are different corners with different names. So in Kusum Sarovar, there is a place called Ashok Lata. So he will sit there. And Kusum Sarovar speciality, very close to Kusum Sarovar, we will see Narada Kund also. So Narada Muni wanted to participate in the pastimes of Radha and Krishna, and with the gopis, he wanted to see. So, but the male body is not permitted. So with the suggestion of Vrinda Devi, he will come to Kusum Sarovar and he will take a dip here and he will come out as Naradiya Gopi. And then he will go to Radha Kund and see all the pastimes of Radha and Krishna. So Kusum Sarovar is very, very potent and very powerful place. So if you see, Radharani is watching Krishna. Like she's not looking like my son is 10-year-old and he spends every day when I comb, he doesn't like my hairstyle. He will go do something like this, like this. He will do something. He doesn't like it anymore if I comb. He wants to do his own styles. So Radharani, Krishna is braiding. She's not looking how her hair is looking, but rather she's meditating on Krishna. She's looking at Krishna. So that is one thing that we all have to learn is what the Mataji, if you go there, Kusum Sarovar, there's a small temple, Radha Ban Bihari, because Krishna became the one Bihari of this. He came like that, like the owner of this one. So this called Radha Ban Bihari temple is there. That Mataji explains the story so nicely. And in that, this is the temple. This is the temple, and just next is the Kusum Sarovar. And see here also there is mirror, and there is comb. Comb is there, mirror is there. This is Krishna and this is Radharani. Very nicely that Mataji, and this came under ISKCON, so it's very well taken care now. And yeah, and one more special thing is Uddhav. We all know Uddhav goes to the gopis. Krishna sends him. When he goes, he gets so mesmerized, so surprising, the love of gopis. He will think, I think I'm so well qualified, well educated. But these gopis, apparently, they are like not educated, but the kind of love they have, Uddhav has a now then develops a desire that he wants to become a creeper in Vraj, or he wants to become a grass in Kusum Sarovar. So even till day, whether we all believe or not, Uddhav is still there in Kusum Sarovar as a creeper there. So what happens? Kalindi, who is none other than Yamuna, she is also queen in Dwaraka Leela. So she will suggest, because the gopis, the queens are all feeling sad after Krishna left. And so she says, Uddhav is the one who consoled. Like gopis were little, I would like, they were not consoled, but at least little bit Uddhav tried to pacify them when Krishna left Vrindavan. So he did that job. So we all also have to go and talk to Uddhav. Then they will ask, where is Uddhav? So she'll say, Uddhav is in Kusum Sarovar. So with Vajranab and Parikshit Maharaj, Kalindi with the other queens come to this place and they will all do Kirtan. And Uddhav becomes so ecstatic and he will reveal his form. He's no more a creeper. He will show his form and he will start talking all the pastimes. And when Parikshit Maharaj, he will say, if you are staying here for the pastimes, who will take care of the citizens? You please go and take care of that. And when Parikshit Maharaj mentions, I also want to hear, he will say, very soon you will hear the whole Srimad Bhagavatam. So you please go. So Uddhav is also sitting here and we'll see, if you go there, there's Uddhav Baitak also. And then, as I said, Narada Kund is very close, about 400 meters, very close by to Kusum Sarovar. So it's called Narada Van, Narada Kund. This is the place where Narada Muni sat and wrote Narada Bhakti Shutra. He became Naradiya Gopi, right? See, this is the deity. You'll see in the, if you come here, you will see Narada's deity. And Krishna was very pleased by seeing Narada Muni, Naradiya Gopi. And Krishna only says, like, go there and write, what was it? Narada Bhakti Shutra. So Narada Muni sits here and he will write. Then what happened here, there are beautiful deities of Radha and Krishna. See, at Narada Kund. Very beautiful Radha and Krishna deities are there. To their left side, we will see Narada Muni's deity. And here, this tree is called Paras People tree. So what is it said is, the original tree, when Narada Muni was doing his austerities here, so this is a 51 tree after that. Look, 51 grandson of the original tree. We can say that. So people worship because Narada Muni sat under this tree. The original tree is not there. Next generations, they said it is 51 tree. So they all worship this tree even still here. And this is the place where Dhruv Maharaj got instructions, like this is Diksha from Narada Muni. And it's also said because Narada Muni's ashram is here, Prahalad Maharaj was also born here. And that is here, this is the place where Narada Muni was telling Bhagavatam, when Prahalad Maharaj was saying from, as if he was giving a signal that he was hearing from his mom's womb. When his mom dozed off, the baby was talking from the womb. So all this happened here. So this is the Narada Kund. This is the temple. So Radha Krishna, Narada Muni. And then as we are coming, we will come to Ratna Simhasan or Sham one. It's called a Sham one or Ratna Simhasan or Shama Kutir. We'll see first pictures. See, this is the Ratna Simhasan. So what happened? Was Ratna Simhasan is a jewel throne, right? So one time, after the cowherd boys, after seeing Krishna lifting Govardhan hill, he will think that they all will think, oh, Krishna is very strong. Our friend is very strong. Who can lift Govardhan hill? So he is the king of Vrindavan. And the gopis will argue saying that Radharani is the queen of Vrindavan. And there's a fight like, who is great? So they will go to Purnamasi. And Purnamasi, she will think like, pastime should happen. And she will say, go and do a war. Like, you have to, whoever wins the war, they are the winners. So gopis, what will they do? They will see the sitting place of when all the cowherd boys were sitting, they will slowly go and, circumambulate them, and they'll kind of attack the gopas, and the sweet pastime. So happens, and then they will say, now, if you all the gopas will say, oh, we cannot escape. They all locked us. Now what can we do? So Krishna actually honestly will accept, because he always looks for an opportunity to glorify Radharani. He will accept like, yes, Radharani is the queen of Vrindavan. And then they will say, not just saying queen of Vrindavan, you have to do Abhishek to Radharani. And then they make her sit here on a golden throne at this Shila that we are seeing. So she's made sit, like she was sitting there on the throne, and Krishna was doing Abhishek, and she asked Krishna also to sit beside her. So Krishna is the king of Vrindavan and Radharani is the queen of Vrindavan. So all that pastime happened here at Sham Kutir or Ratna Simhasan. And it is called Sham Kutir because one time Krishna wears black dress, applies all black makeup, like black musky color, and then he hides in black bushes, kinds of, he hides in the, just to hide from gopis, not so that they will not see him. So that's why it became Sham Kutir, because he completely became Shama dress, Shama color, Shama bushes. So that happened. And here this is a Bhajana Stali, and Krishna's pastimes used to be there, right? Rasa dance also used to happen here. And if you see this cactus, it forms like a fencing. The Prabhuji who explains says that this cactus, I have been to Sham Kutir, but I didn't realize this cactuses. But recently who went, they told that this cactus is forming like a fence around the Rasa Stali, indicating like, guarding the Rasa Stali place. These cactuses are growing there. And actually this is the place where Govardhan started growing. Like Anior is the peak, right? So from here is when the Govardhan actually started growing, Sham Kutir. And Chaitanya Mahaprabhu also visited Sham Kutir. And here, if you see, this is Krishna's footprint, left foot. And this is Krishna's Katori bowl. Krishna's footprint is here. This place, not many know. It's when you're coming from Kusum Sarovar, there is Narad Kund, and it's all like no gate, nothing. You just have to go walk inside. Maybe you can check if anybody wants to go next time. Sham Kutir. I also didn't know one. When we went, one Prabhuji took us there. You will find these footprints here, like this platform, there, that footprint is there. So that is there in Shyam Kutir. And here Shankachuda at Shyam Kutir, even Shankachuda was killed. What happened? Shankachuda, he was passing by this way and he will see all the gopis and he will kidnap them. So Krishna will, and then all the gopis were trying, like asking for help. Then Krishna Balaram will chase and Krishna will kill Shankachuda, and his corn-shaped jewel Krishna takes and gives to Balaram. Balaram gives to Danishta Gopi and Danishta Gopi will give it to Radharani. So here this Ratna Kund is also there. This is called Ratna Kund. Ratna Simhasan, Ratna Kund. This is the place where Shankachuda is also killed. And we'll see in Shyam Kutir, we will see this tree. So this big tree with the big trunk is, the Rasik Bhaktas say all this. So that Prabhuji was explaining, this big tree is Krishna, and the creeper that is twining, it's white in color. So this creeper is said to be Radharani. That's still there. Even now it is there. And now we'll go to Mansi Ganga. Very beautiful place. You will think why Padma Sakhi Mataji is saying everything is beautiful. But really very beautiful. Mansi Ganga is, there's Ganga. It's like a little bit crowded at the entrance. Lots of monkeys. Very nice place. And beautiful pastimes at Mansi Ganga. And actually they say we have to start, we should not end our parikrama without seeing Mansi Ganga. And at Mansi Ganga, if you see, where is that? Oh, where did I keep? See, this is Mansi Ganga, and Chakleshwar Mahadev is very close by. See, you can see Chakleshwar Mahadev, it's circled here. This is Chakleshwar Mahadev. This is Mansi Ganga. So they are all close by and very nice, interrelated pastimes. Mansi Ganga, Sanatan Goswami Bhajan Kutir, and Chakleshwar Mahadev. So what happened? We'll see. What's the time? Okay. So we have a lot of time. So Mansi Ganga, what happened to, how did Mansi Ganga come? Manas's mind. So it came from mind of Krishna. So we all know Krishna killed Vatsaksura, the calf demon, and all the Gopas were saying, though it is a demon, still it is a calf, Krishna. You have to, take bath in Ganges. And Krishna never wants to leave Vrindavan. So from his mind, he will bring this Ganga, Mansi Ganga, which is non-different from Ganga. So what happens one time, the Vrajavasis, Yashoda and Nanda Maharaj, what is that sage name? I forgot. One sage. He comes and tells the story of Garuda. What is the sage name? I forgot. So he will be explaining a story where Garuda picks a snake, and Garuda is taking the snake and flying across Ganges, and just a small tip of that snake touched Ganges, and the snake got liberated. So when they were hearing this story from the sage, Nanda Maharaj has a desire to go and see Ganges. So what happened? Nanda Maharaj said, okay, now tomorrow all of us are going to Ganges, just get ready. So he was telling to all the Vrajavasis, they're all ready, excited. So when we are going, at least now there are a lot of hotels, restaurants, even for us, we have Jain food, if you want to eat without onion, garlic. But even as a child, I remember, I never even remember a single day eating outside wherever we go. Most of us are like that. So parents make nice food which can stay for a couple of days, and then we'll go wherever we go, we'll take that and we'll eat. Like that, Krishna's mom, Yashoda Mai, she was making lots of sweets, so much food, and then Krishna comes and asks, Maya, where are we going? And then she says, Krishna, I'm busy, go and ask Baba. And then when Baba says that, Krishna, we are going to see Ganga, Krishna says, why do I have to see some other Ganga when Ganga is herself present here? Let's go to Mansi Ganga. And then Nanda Maharaj kind of, how can we believe when he says like Mansi Ganga and Ganga are the same? So Krishna brings all of them here, and he will say that like basically all the holy places are residing in Vrindavan. So at that point, Mother Ganges, she personally comes out. When Krishna comes, she comes out and gives her darshan. She comes on her vehicle crocodile and she gives darshan, making sure that this Mansi Ganga is non-different from the Ganga. And they celebrate Diwali so nicely. When, like, one time I was there, Kartik Yatra Parikrama. So they do it so nicely. Lots of diyas are lit and it's so beautiful at Mansi Ganga. Because it appeared on the day of Diwali, they celebrate it so nicely. And then this is the boat pastime. So, Krishna disguises himself as a boatman here. So what happened? Every year we'll hear the same pastime because pastimes don't change. Maybe we'll get new information, but the original pastime is the same, right? So what happened? Krishna disguises himself as an old boatman and he will come here. He'll come here and he's lying on the boat. Like that. And now all the little gopis, they'll come from Mansi Ganga. They want to cross Mansi Ganga and go to their house. There was no other boat other than this old man's boat. So they will say, can you please take us, can you please help us cross Mansi Ganga? Can you please take us the other side of Ganga? And Krishna, who is like an old man disguises, he'll say, I'm very old and it is very cold and my boat has a lot of holes. And then these girls will say, please, 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 can you please take us? He's like, no, I'm very old. Like that he will start saying, and then they will request. So finally he will say, okay, I will take you. They all will sit on the boat. And then the boat will start, it was not going properly and all the gopis got scared and they're like, what's happening? What's happening? He will say, all your pots are so heavy. Give me all the food that is there in the pot. So whatever is there in the pot, they will give all to the boatman and then the boatman finishes. And then they're there with the pot. And now also the boat is wobbling. Then the gopis will say, what happened? What happened? Then he will say, all your pots are very heavy. So just throw. So they'll throw all the pots. Then after some time, same thing happens. And Krishna, the old man will say, all your jewelry is so heavy. See, you see this gopi, she's removing her jewelry. Just throw it. And then still the boat is wobbling. And then all the gopis are getting scared. And then Radharani, she'll come and jump and catch the old man saying, oh, please help me. And then when she touches him, she'll feel the flute. And when she feels the flute, she will understand it is none other than Krishna and she will reveal it to all her friends, other gopis. And then, there is a small fight and the small little, they will go like a vihar, that in the boat, they will go around in Mansi Ganga, they'll spend some time and then they'll go back home. So that famous boat pastime also took place here at Mansi Ganga. So near Mansi Ganga, as I said, there is Chakleshwar Mahadev, Haridev and Sanatan Goswami's Bhajan Kutir. So Haridev, this is the deity and this is the temple. Chaitanya Mahaprabhu also visited here. And actually it is said when Chaitanya Mahaprabhu came, he saw that complexion and he became so ecstatic and he was dancing in ecstasy. And as we discussed, there are 4 devs and 4 devis in Vrindavan. So 4 devs is Keshav Dev in Mathura, Govinda Dev in Vrindavan, and Haridev in Govardhan. What's the other one? I forgot. Keshav Dev, Govinda Dev, Haridev. Mataji, 4th one, somehow I lost the. Somehow, see, I forgot. But I'll. Keshav Dev.
In Mathura?
Keshav Dev in Mathura, Govinda Dev in Vrindavan, Haridev is here. Who is the 4th one? See, I forgot. I'll tell tomorrow.
Mataji?
Huh?
Baldev?
Dauji. Correct, Mataji. Thank you. So, Baldev. So, 4 devs. And this deity was also established by Vajranab. What happened one time, gopis will come to this place waiting for Krishna and they don't see Krishna. When they didn't see Krishna, they kind of calling them. Like Krishna has different names, so they were calling Haridev, Haridev, please come, we are waiting, give your darshan, Haridev, Haridev, like that they were telling. And Krishna comes here, when they called as Haridev, he comes and shows his form as Srinathji. One hand he is lifting Govardhan, and other hand he is having flute. So that's why this deity of Haridev is established here by Vajrana. But as far as I know, I don't think this is the original deity. During Mughals attack, that was also being shifted. And close to this, there is Brahmakund. Where is Brahmakund? I think the picture I missed. Brahmakund. So what happened in Brahmakund, it's not there on the Parikrama picture if you see, but there's an interesting lesson that we have to learn from Brahmakund. Brahma one times, he comes and he sees Krishna sitting here and eating food with the cowherd boys. And we know how Krishna eats. He doesn't behave like supreme, and he just eats even juta. He doesn't mind to eat juta also. Then he will think, wow, all the cowherd boys are getting free Mahaprasadam from Krishna, so I should also get it. And he will play a trick. He will become a fish and he will go underwater thinking Krishna will eat food. He sees Krishna washing his hands. And then, but Krishna that day, he will understand and he will not wash hands in the Brahmakund. He will wash on the other side, like not in the water, but on the soil. And then Brahma missed getting the Mahaprasadam of Krishna. So the lesson His Holiness Radhanath Swami Maharaj explains this. If at all we want to go and have darshan of Krishna, we cannot show our supremacy, our tricks and gimmicks and gimmicks. So we cannot show all that. Humility, rather Brahma would have gone and asked, requesting, like, I want to have your Mahaprasad, and Krishna maybe would have given. So that is there. Brahmakund also is there. And Sanatan Goswami, Chakleshwar Mahadev, will see close by. This is Sanatan Goswami's Bhajan Kutir. Sanatan Goswami, as you know, we have discussed about him near Madan Mohan temple. He was one of the oldest Goswami. He would do everyday Govardhan Parikrama. Every single day he does Govardhan Parikrama without stopping. And then when he was old, 72, he became old and still he was doing, but he was staying, his Bhajan Kutir was at Mansi Ganga. And Krishna, he doesn't want his devotees to feel, suffer. So he will feel very bad that Sanatan Goswami is going on a parikrama every day, and he will ask one day, come, like he will disguise as a little kid, and he will ask, why do you have to do parikrama every day? You're old now, just sit in your Bhajan Kutir and do bhajan. But Sanatan Goswami will not listen. So Krishna will play flute, and when he plays flute, see his foot, and on the other leg, just only 2 fingers are there, right? Because he's in Tribhanga. One full feet, one only 2 fingers, and one is the cow stick, right? So these 3 are, because when he played flute, one full foot, just 2 toes, and the stick for the cow, all the 3 impressions forms on the Govardhan Shila, and he will come and give to Sanatan Goswami, and they will say, if you circumambulate around this 3 times, it is as good as circumambulating the whole Govardhan hill. So please, you take this and you circumambulate around this. He couldn't see Sanatan Goswami walking so much at his old age. And this is not here anymore. It is at Radha Damodar temple where our dear Srila Prabhupada stayed. So it is there on the altar. They will keep it there. If in Radha Damodar temple, it is there. You can go and ask them. If you go have darshan, they will show. So this is Sanatan Goswami's Bhajan Kutir, and Shakleshwar Mahadev is there. So what happened? One time Sanatan Goswami was doing bhajan, and lots of mosquitoes are biting him. So he was not able to do his bhajan properly, and he was about to leave that place. But Shakleshwar Mahadev, he will come and he will say, please don't leave this place. I will guard this place without mosquitoes. And Shakleshwar Mahadev took care that not even a single mosquito came, and Sanatan Goswami was able to do his bhajan. Even till date, there are no mosquitoes found at this place. It's very difficult in Vrindavan to find a place without mosquitoes. So Shakleshwar Mahadev is there. And actually, Shakleshwar Mahadev, see, Chakratirth is also, they're all there, close by. So it is said that when Krishna lifted Govardhan hill, the water was coming, like we recently had a hurricane 2-3 weeks before. It was one of the bad hurricane. 5 years ago also there was one hurricane. But this time what the hurricane came, it really destroyed. Fort Myers was completely destroyed. And the wind, though we were watching from the window, it was the trees were just falling down in front of our eyes. Big trees. The roofs of the houses went off. Just an air could do that. So that big storm. And when Indra gave that storm, we can imagine how bad that could have been. So the water was just coming like gushing. And it is said that Chakleshwar Mahadev, like Mahadev, invoked his, like his trident. The trident was going around the hill very fastly that it looked like a chakra. And in other place, it is said that Mahadev actually invoked the chakra, Sudarshan chakra of the Lord, saying like, Sudarshan chakra, you have to, protect. So the chakra was guarding on the top. So the water was not falling on them. It was falling on like the side. So that is called Chakra Tirtha. And it says that the Sudarshan chakra is still there. The Sudarshan chakra didn't want to leave Govardhan Hill. So Chakra Tirtha is here. And it said the chakras, the heat from Chakra Tirtha actually gave that warmthness to the Vrajavasis under the Govardhan Hill. They didn't see water. And then we'll come to Dhan Ghati. I don't know how many of you who went would have gone, but otherwise, please go. In Dhan Ghati, very, very, again, tax collecting pastime only happened, but, sorry. So what happened, this is considered like a peacock's, Govardhan is a peacock, so it's considered peacock's neck. So very interesting pastime. One time at Govindakund, I think Vasudev only arranged a yagya for Krishna and Balaram at Govindakund. And all the Vrajavasis, they're all taking ghee for that yagya. And the gopis are also collecting, they're taking ghee. Lalita Sakhi, Champaklata, Chitra Sakhi, Radharani, they're all going to Govindakund. And then Krishna with his Saka, he will come and stop. As usual, they will stop, saying that you have to pay taxes. And there was an argument on, why we should pay taxes, why we should pay tax. And then they'll be saying, and Radharani's Lalita Sakhi, she will say like, you have to pay taxes because my Radharani is the queen of Vrindavan. You bring all the cows here, you hurt them, you make all nonsense, you kill all the demons. And you are saying that you are the king of Vraja? No, we will not pay taxes. Just do whatever you want to do. And the Gopas said, they will say, you cannot leave this place without paying tax. And then Radharani was looking very tired that day. She was in anxiety also because she has to reach on time. She looks very tired. And Lalita Sakhi said, oh, Radhe, just we'll wait here for some time. You just rest for some time and then we can go to Govindakund. Just sit, relax. And Lalita Sakhi started arguing, you cannot do anything to Radharani as long as I am there. And then Krishna sent Subal Saka saying to Lalita Sakhi, like, you give without giving to offering to us, like taxes, you cannot go. And in fact, they will write, they will say that the king of this Vraja has appointed us as the tax collectors and we have to collect tax. You escaped paying all the taxes from so many years, so you have to pay 100 times more. So there was an argument, and Lalita Sakhi looks very seriously at Subal Saka, and Subala kinds of looking at her stare. He kinds of gets scared, and he is coming back. And Krishna says, "Why are you getting so scared looking at Lalita Sakhi?" And instead of looking at Lalita Sakhi, Krishna will be looking at Radharani, and he will be arguing. You have to pay, and he'll be going close to Radharani, and then Lalita Sakhi will think, so you're going to do something to my Radharani? You cannot do anything when I am there. I am there to protect Radharani. And she will be going in front. And as soon as she goes, Krishna will touch her. When she goes, Krishna touches her, now Radharani will say, oh, Lalita, do you remember? Till we go and give our ghee pots, we should not touch anybody. We will become contaminated. Like when we see the pujaris in the temple also, when they're worshipping deity, they don't touch anywhere. They just sit down. They don't even sit on any mat, any cloth or anything, right? So she says, oh, now you're contaminated. You cannot take ghee. What can we do now? So Purnamasi passes that way. And then they say the problem to her. Then Purnamasi, she will say, okay, so tax, you have to pay tax. So she will say, after the yajna is done, no, Krishna actually will say, okay, Lalita Sakhi, I will make you pure. Come, Lalita Sakhi will feel bad. How will I become pure now? How will I be eligible to go to Govinda Kund? And Krishna will say, come. Lalita Sakhi will say, no, I don't want to come. I don't want to come to you. But Purnamasi will say, give Radharani as dhan after the yajna. You promise that you give Radharani to Krishna. Like then he will make your contamination go away. So they'll keep a deal, and then because the Krishna wanted tax, right? So Krishna will touch her. Because he is God, like he will say, now you're pure, so you can go. He will do something there, like he'll purify her. They all three of them will go to Govinda Kund, and after the yajna is done, Radharani comes back to Krishna, and then they will have nice Leela pastimes. They'll spend time. So this was taken from one book, actually, Rupa Goswami's, I forgot the name, I should have mentioned, but if anybody wants to know the book, I will, maybe tomorrow, if you remind me, I will remember and tell you. So that is Dhangati, where the taxes are collected. And in Dhangati, we will see this Giriraj Shila. This is being worshipped there at Dhangati. So Kasagari Mataji is saying, yes, Dhanakeli Kaumudi, correct. Next, we will come to Chandra Sarovar. So very funny pastime here. This is Yashoda. And this is Yashoda Maya, the baby Krishna. So Yashoda Maya brings Krishna to Chandra Sarovar because Krishna was not drinking milk. And Yashoda Maya would say, if you drink milk, your Shika will grow so big. Drink Krishna. And he will drink milk, he will hold Shika. He will drink milk, he will hold Shika. And the Shika was not growing big. So he's crying one time, like, you're cheating me, saying that, no, you'll show moon, like moon will come. And my Shika is not growing. You're cheating me. You're cheating. So she will say, no. Like, I will take you to pacify him. She will say, like, and one time she will say, I will show you moon also. If you drink milk, I'll show moon. So when he's saying, like, Shika is not growing, moon you are not showing. So she'll bring to Chandra Sarovar, where every ripple, like, is reflecting like a moon. So he came here. And also we'll see, as we are going to this, we'll see Bhaktivedanta Ashram and Tamal Krishna Maharaj Pushpa Samadhi and Vasantaras, the transcendental pastime. That Vasantaras also took place here in the midnight at Chandra Sarovar. And what happened, moon, when Vasantaras was happening, the moon god couldn't stop from taking darshan of this divine dance. And like one night of Brahma, he was just staring for one night of Brahma. That means trillions of years on an earthly planet. So Chandra is moon. So that moon god, he couldn't stop seeing this dance. And Samadhi of great poet Surdas. Surdas also spent his time here at Chandra Sarovar. We will not see the pastime of Surdas, but Surdas was also here. This village is called Parasauli. This is Chandra Sarovar. And these are the deities, Chandra Bihari. And if you are coming here, what happens? There's one place called Peta or Pate, two names. So here we'll see Chaturbhuja Narayana temple, but very difficult to get a picture. Very, very strict, not allowed. So one time the gopis were searching for Krishna, and Krishna shows his four-handed form. But as soon as he sees Radharani, two hands are gone down. Because Radharani doesn't like to see Krishna in four-handed form, and he didn't want to show that four-handed form. So he just only two hands. So that happened here. And these are the deities there at Peta. And one interesting thing was Krishna twisted a tree in anger. After disappearing from Chandra Sarovar, there at the Rasa Leela, we just saw Vasantaras, the Rasa dances happened there. So Krishna said he will hide behind a tree. So when he was hiding, he will say, tell the tree, don't say that I'm here if the gopis come. But when the gopis were coming and crying, seeing the situation, the tree couldn't hide the truth. And the tree revealed, like, Krishna is here. So Krishna became angry and he twisted the tree. And that portion is still there in this temple, twisted tree. These are all close to Chandra Sarovar. If you ask for Chaturbhuja Narayana temple, then it is the twisted tree is there. And inside this temple, there is a cave which leads to Govardhan Hill. And it is said that during the Govardhan Leela, all Krishna and Vrajavasis, they were sitting in this cave, being protected from Indra's rain. So we'll see Gauri Kund. Gauri Kund has a very, very cute pastime. I hope you're all not tired. So many pastimes, right? How many more are there? I think after this we...
No, Mataji, it's very good. Please continue.
It's okay?
There, Mataji, please continue.
Okay. So we will see Gauri Kund. So Gauri is Parvati, right? Once upon a time, there used to be Parvati. Goddess Gauri's temple used to be here. Vrajavasis found the deity of Gauri Devi here inside this kund. And if you are seeing, there are so many nests of birds on this tree. So here there is a sadhu's bhajan kutir. And on top of that, behind that bhajan kutir, there is this tree. And lots of these birds' nests are there. And this sadhu actually protect these nests from crows, monkeys. And there is also one Shila having the print of Radharani here at Gauri Kund. So the pastime is very sweet, very cute pastime. And with the Madhava, what happened was, one day Abhimanyu, the husband of Radharani, so-called husband of Radharani, Abhimanyu is also the shadow of Krishna. So he goes to, he decided to take Radharani to Mathura and settle there. So he went to Purnamasi and he asked for her blessing and permission. And Purnamasi kind of, she doesn't separate Krishna and Radharani, right? So she will convince Abhimanyu to stay back. So Abhimanyu stayed back, and Abhimanyu's mother requests, I'll check if my laptop is charged. Yeah, so Abhimanyu's mother, what will she do? She will say, oh, Chandravali's husband, Govardhan Malla, he worshipped Gauri Devi and he earned a lot of money, became very rich. So now you both have to go and worship Gauri Devi. So go and start worshipping Gauri Devi, she will say. So following the orders of mother and mother-in-law, Radharani, immediately she will go to Gauri Devi temple. But Krishna came and blocked her path. And Radha, there was a small, always, they both argue and fight, right? So they will argue and they go to pick flowers of Gauri Devi. Meanwhile, Jatila, Kutila, Abhimanyu, they all will come to know that Radharani and Krishna is there with Radharani, and they always want them to be separate. So that's also sweet will of Krishna, that they want to react like that. So then they all will come, and immediately Krishna will take the form of Gauri. He will become Gauri. And Radharani will be worshipping, entering, she will enter. And by the time Abhimanyu and Jatila, Kutila, they all come, they will see Radharani is worshipping Gauri. So he is none other than Krishna. So, and then he told Krishna, who is like Gauri, he said, Abhimanyu, you are in a great danger. Kamsa is going to, he's planning to cut your head and offer to Shiva in few days. You're in a big danger. Then he will get so scared. Now, what should I do? What should I do? You please tell. Then he'll say, make your wife Radharani to worship Gauri Devi every single day. He's none other than Krishna, right? So Radharani promised, like, oh no, if Abhimanyu is going to be safe, then I will go into worship Gauri Devi. And he will say, never leave Vrindavan. You should always stay only in Vrindavan. Then your life, nothing will happen to you. And Abhimanyu will say, oh, okay. Because he was thinking Gauri Devi is telling, he will think, okay, I will never leave Vrindavan. I promise I will stay only in Vrindavan. And also Jatila, Kutila, they were all very happy seeing Radharani. Radharani is saying, oh no, they were feeling like she's feeling so bad that her husband is in trouble, and Jatila Kutla will feel very satisfied. Oh, now Radharani is saying like she will do Durga Devi puja for the sake of her husband. So here is that Gauri Kund, that sweet pastime where Krishna became Gauri Devi. So this is close. Now we are going close to Aniyor and Sankarshan Kund. So this is very close to there. If anybody wants to go, in Govardhan also there is outer parikrama and there is inner parikrama. If we take auto and walking path, we cannot see all these inner places. And then Sankarshan Kund, this has been recently renovated. It was so bad. 2014, Sri Sampradaya Chinaji and Swamiji, he went and they all did a very big like a festival. And then Sankarshan Kund, it's named after Balaram. It's been restored. Now Sankarshan Kund is there. And now Aniyor. Anna Koot. Koot is mountain. Anna is food, rice. So the rice which is piled like a mountain is Annakut. So Annakut ceremony takes place. This is the place where Krishna sat and was saying, Aniyor, I want more, I want more, I want more. So this happened here. Aniyor village, it is still there. It's called Aniyor Gram. And then Govinda Kund. Govinda Kund is, from Govinda, if you go to Govinda Kund, you can see Govardhan. Govardhan is there. So Govinda Kund, after the pastime of Govardhan Leela, Indra was feeling so bad for what he has done. He was feeling so bad, like, why did I do this? Why did I do this? And he wanted to ask for forgiveness. See, this is very important. If any one of us would have done any mistake, anything that is bothering us for life, like many years, if we want any forgiveness, we should go to Surabhi Kund, which is close to Govinda Kund. We should go to Surabhi Kund, sit there and ask for forgiveness, because Surabhi is mother cow. She have that forgiving nature. So now Indra didn't have enough, he was not there enough to directly come and talk to Krishna. So he will bring Bahu, like the Surabhi cow with him. Think like the Surabhi cow is there, Krishna will listen to me. So he'll go to Surabhi Kund, bring Surabhi cow. He will come here. He will ask for forgiveness from Krishna. He will leave Airavat at some other village close to this, and he will come there, and he will bring even the heavenly damsels came, the heavenly denizens, the residents of heavenly planets, demigods, they all came, and Krishna brought, Indra brought Mandakini river water from the heavenly planets, and he will bathe the feet of Krishna, do aarati with diamond plates, golden plates, diamonds embedded, emeralds, very opulent aarati set. And our dear Madhumangal hid in one bush, and secretly he was watching this, and he was like, who are they? Who are they? He was thinking like that. And after they all left, all the Gopas and Gopa boys, they will come and they will make Krishna sit and they'll be teasing. Krishna, you are the queen, like that. They'll be doing Aarti, teasing him. And the demigods observed, they will think, when we did Aarti, Krishna was just, sitting like very officially, normally. But when the cowherd boys are doing, he's just one amongst them and he's playing, he's so happy. So that's the position of cowherd boys. And then Nanda Baba will come. He will come and see what is happening here. What is this opulent aarti plate? Where did you get all this from? And Krishna says, no, Baba, it was just there. But Madhumangal, who saw, he will say, Baba, you know what? There was one man. He came on an elephant. He had so many eyes on his body. He came with so many other people, and they all made Krishna sit on one throne. And Krishna was not willing to talk with that whole body-eyed person. He was not willing to talk, and he was requesting Krishna, and he did Aarti and Abhishek, and they left. So he reveals what has happened. But anyways, Krishna, again, he will make them forget. So Nanda Baba didn't remember all that. And Madhavendra Puri also stayed here. We will have Madhavendra Puri Baitak in Govinda Kund, and he stayed here, and he gets, a small boy comes, he will come and give him some food, buttermilk, and he will say, and he will disappear. Then that night he will come in the dream and he will say, I am none other than that Gopa. During the Mughal attack, they got scared and they dig me here. Like, he'll reveal where the place is. Tomorrow, please go and bring me out. So Madhavendra Puri will go with other Vrajavasis, and when they dig, there is really a Gopal Titi. And for that Gopal Titi is where Madhavendra Puri will go to Malaya Hills to get the Chandan. Madhavendra Puri's pastime. For this Gopal Diti only, because he says, I'm under the bushes for so many years, I'm feeling so hot. So Madhavendra Puri also was here and did his bhajan here at Govinda Kund, where Indra asked for forgiveness. And there close to this place is Surabhi cow, Govinda Kund and Surabhi Kund. Then there are Apsara Kund and Naval Kund. It's said that Krishna's body melted in Naval Kund and Apsara's body melted in all the heavenly denizens, the apsaras will come around, and Krishna would show cowherd boys. All his many incarnations were playing. So in the border, like Apsara Kund is surrounded by all the 24 or 21, something like 24 incarnations of Krishna. What all he revealed to the cowherd boys, we will see all that around Apsara Kund, Naval Kund, and then Lota Baba. So Lota Baba is like, you're going, basically when you're going on the auto wala will say, we are entering Rajasthan. So we share, the Govardhan shares even a part of Rajasthan too. So Lota Baba is there. Pujri, like it's in the tail part of Govardhan is this Lota Baba temple. So it said that, see, so chubby, my kids like this place a lot. So Radhanath Swami Maharaj explains. So before that, we'll see the pastime. So there was once one Gopa boy. He was, during the Govardhan Leela, he had this lati or lauti, that stick, and he was keeping that lati also as a support to Govardhan Hill. And he was thinking, oh, Krishna is very weak and he's thin. I think because of my lati only this Govardhan Hill is, balanced. And then Krishna understands that, and he will kind of just leave for a second, and the Govardhan is like it's coming down, and he's like, oh no, and then he understands it's not because of him. And Gopas, they want to serve Krishna, so they will bring food every day for Krishna. One Gopa will say, like, today I'm bringing samosa, today I'm bringing yogurt rice, today I'm bringing kheer. So they share, and every day they cook lunch for Krishna. So that day the turn was this Lota Baba, because he was holding that lauti, he's called Lota. So it was his turn to cook lunch, prasadam, and that is the day when Akrura came, and he came to take Krishna to Kamsa. And Lota Baba, he sees Krishna leaving on a chariot, and he goes running, and he will ask, Krishna, where are you leaving? I am cooking prasadam for you. Then Krishna says, I will come. And Lota Baba will say, I will wait for you. Then Krishna will say, if not, I'm coming today, I will come tomorrow. And Lota Baba is saying, I'll wait for you. Krishna will say, if I don't come tomorrow, definitely I'll come day after tomorrow. And Lota Baba is saying, I will wait for you. And truly and honestly, he's still waiting there. If you go there, the pujari say, we might not see, but he's still there. One time when I was giving this in kids class, the kid was asking, Mataji, so many 1,000 years he's waiting. He doesn't become old. So as I said, the pujari, my son was also asking, the pujari said, if you try to understand with your logistics and your calculations, you cannot understand what I was saying. So he's still there. And His Holiness Radhanath Swami Maharaj says one most important point here. So when he's waiting, we are depressed when we are waiting for somebody, they are not coming. He's waiting without eating for Krishna. So he should be very weak and sad. But his deity looks so chubby and so happy. So Maharaj says, what is nourishing him is the faith that Krishna is going to come. He said he will come, so he's going to come. That faith nourishes. So Maharaj says that we all should have that faith on Krishna. Then we will also be very happy in our sadhana, in our bhakti. And then we'll come to Mukharavinda. This is almost, last. So from here, we'll come to Mukharavinda. Mukharavinda is basically the mouth of Krishna. And if you see this place, they will, it's all crowded. Buckets and buckets of milk are sold here. You're literally squeezed. I don't know, like this summer I didn't go, but the last 3-4 times I went, it is always crowded. You don't have to walk. They will just push. They will just push you. You will just go. They'll sell milk in small containers, big buckets. Because it's mouth, they want to feed Krishna, like Govardhan. So they will come with all the food substance, like food things, and then especially milk, and then they feed here at Mukharavinda. And then we will come to Radha Kund and Shyam Kund. So it's a different entire one-day parikrama. We will see Radha Kund parikrama tomorrow. So we will end our Govardhan parikrama here. Shri Giri Govardhan ki jai, Shri Vrindavan Dham ki jai, Srila Prabhupada ki jai, all the Guru Parampara ki jai, and all the assembled devotees ki jai. Thank you so much.
Grace Padma Sakhi Mataji ki jai.
Yes,
Go ahead, Shamagari Mataji. Hare Krishna.
very, very beautiful, Mataji. See, it's almost 9 o'clock. We want this time to save this for parikrama.
I know,
Really,
Mataji.
really.
Every day we have to just rush. So I just squeezing 15,
Yeah,
20.
today nicely we did, Mataji, and very, very nice, beautiful places. Thank you so much.
Mataji.
Very nice pastimes, Mataji.
Thank you, Mataji. If we are okay, we can just see one video. Full go one.
Yes, Mataji.
Anybody has any question? We can do question answers, or we can add something.
Yeah, Mataji, no questions. I just said what I know. If anybody can add, please.
Mataji, no question, but the parikrama is really relishing, Mataji. Very nice. Thank you for taking us to every nook and corner of Vrindavan. As you told, I'm hearing some echo.
Yeah, till now there was no echo, Mataji. Even I am hearing. I don't know. Talk now.
Now it's okay, I think.
Yes.
Yeah. Very nice parikrama, Mataji. So it was even if we go in person also, we cannot see all these places. So every nook and corner you show us. There are so many Vraja Mandal Parikrama on YouTube, but it shows only the main dham of Vrindavan. But this is the way you take is like with all the pastimes, small pastimes also, because you have visited in person also. So that's why it's very relishing. And
Mataji, some of them even I didn't go. Some of them.
It's okay, Mataji. Next year you can cover up, Mataji.
Yes.
Thank you so much, Mataji. Hare Krishna.
Thank you, Neeta Mataji. Anybody else has any realizations? Such a beautiful parikrama, Mataji. I'm pretty positive everybody loved it. Bhakti Sangha Japa group has his hand raised.
Hare Krishna.
Priti Vilasini Mataji.
Sorry. Yeah, Mataji, I had a question because I'm not really familiar with most pastimes. I wanted to know, there was a similar pastime like this Lota Baba pastime, right? Like he keeps...
Sridham is waiting in Sridham 1. We will see that in next few days.
So are they the same? They are similar, or the same thing happened to both of them? That was the question.
Yes, Mataji. Sridham is also waiting. He will also see after going in a chariot. Maybe different places. He spotted here. Next place, the chariot goes to Mataji. Sridham is also waiting there.
Okay. Thank you, Mataji. Hare Krishna.
Actually, this time when I went to that place. Sridham's DT is also there. He's waiting close to Bandir 1.
And I think in Chaitanya Leela, he comes back as Abhiram Thakur.
Chaitanya Charitamrita, you should know, Mataji.
But it appears like he comes out of the cave, he's waiting and he sees Chaitanya, something like that. There was
They didn't let me take one picture also, Mataji, but honestly speaking, my Prabhu didn't come, so I just tried to take few seconds of that Sridham DT. If I find it, I will... Sure.
Thank you, Mataji. Neeta Mataji, please go ahead.
Hare Krishna, Padma Sakhi Mataji, Dandavat Pranam, all glories to Srila Prabhupada. Thank you so much, Mataji, for such a beautiful parikrama. As Shamagauri Mataji was saying, every day you try to give 20 minutes. That is very less. But today we happily relished Vrindavan Parikrama. Thank you so much, Mataji. It's such a beautiful pastimes. Very grateful to you, Mataji. Hare Krishna. But today is Radha Kunda appearance according to US, and you did not share that pastime. I'm feeling
Mataji, Radha Kunda appearance day is one whole day. It will take 40 minutes. So many places around Radha Kunda.
Okay, Mataji, we'll wait tomorrow. Hari Bol.
Padmasaki Mataji, is there any pastime around that bird nest, that picture that you showed? Is there any pastime for that, or it's just that somehow only the
near Gauri Kund? No, Mataji, no pastime. Gauri Kund pastime is there, but there is one Baba staying, and behind there is a tree with lot of nests, and he protects those nests. That's it. As of now, I'll only that much.
Yeah, okay. Thank you, Mataji.
Mataji, there are so many beautiful comments in the chat box from Vrinda Mataji, Anita Mataji, and then Revati Mataji, Tiffany Mataji, Sukha Mataji, Harita Mataji, Hemi Gupta Mataji, Mega Mataji, is just laughing and loving. Yashomati Mataji, Tiffany Mataji again. Everybody is loving the class, Mataji. Thank you so much, Mataji.
They're
Mataji,
very
you were
kindly
saying,
encouraging me. Thank you, Prabhuji.
Mataji,
Thank
you
you,
are
Prabhuji.
encouraging
All the
all of us.
Matajis.
Actually. Yes, Mataji. Mataji, you were saying there is a video you were showing?
Yes, Prabhuji. One video we'll see because it's already 8:50.
Yes, Mataji.
Okay, Mataji.
Mataji, can I?
Yeah. Before we stop live stream, shall we Vancha Kalpatarubhyascha Kripa Sindhubhyeva cha Patitanam Pavane Vaishnavebhyo Namo Namaha Ananta Koti Vaishnavrind ki jai Shri Ram Vrindavan ki jai
Vraj Parikrama ki jai.
Grace
Grace Padma Sakhi
Padma
Mataji
Sakhi
ki
Mataji
jai.
ki jai.